When I was walking in Jerusalem, 2 Roman guards came up to me. They were looking for a person called Jesus, and Jesus was my friend. They asked me, if you find him, bring him to us, we will give you 13 silver coins. The day goes on, and I was thinking, do I do it? I could be rich, or do I stay with my friend? So I made up my mind, and I went with the money. When I went to supper with my friends and Jesus, he waited at the door and cleaned our shoes. We went inside and sat down. Jesus said, "Tonight, one of you will betray me." After supper, we went to the prayer garden. So I had my chance to get the soldiers. I came back with 2 soldiers and I kissed Jesus, and the soldiers picked him up. I really regret what I have done. From Judas.
I have realised what I have done. Let me explain. When I was having supper with him, he said, "One of you will betray me," and used me as an example. So I did. He used me as an example for betrayal, so I did betray him, and I forgot some at the start. He wanted to wash our feet. I said, "Jesus, you are the king. We serve you. You don't serve us." He said, "I will wash your feet if I like. We are a team and we do things together." So then I told the soldier, "Give me 12 coins," and that night I kissed him on the cheek and said, "Sorry." From Judas.
So regretful for what I did. Some soldiers told me 13 silver coins if I betrayed Jesus to his enemies. And that's what I did. I betrayed him. I didn't care. It's a lot of money anyways. I thought to myself as he was taken away, I regret everything. He was my friend. I was jealous he was getting all the attention and I was getting none. So I said, "Who are you looking for?" The soldier replied, "Jesus, 13 silver coins if you can find him." That's how I betrayed him. Love from Judas.
I upset my friend Jesus. From Judas.
I have just given up Jesus. I really regret doing it. Jesus was my best friend and I just betrayed him. The Roman soldier said, "I will give you 12 silver coins." That's a lot of money. I did it without hesitation. I wish I never did that. I'm an awful person. I would never forgive myself. I don't think he will ever forgive me. I was jealous. Jesus will never forgive me. Please, I'm really sorry. I hope you forgive me. From Judas.
Dear Diary, yesterday I went to the chief and asked him if he wanted Jesus locked up. The chief was quite surprised and offered me 12 silver coins for the capture of Jesus. I agreed without a second thought and walked off home. When I got back, all of us disciples went to our Passover meal. Jesus was waiting for us with a bucket of water and a scrubber. All of the disciples gasped with astonishment at Jesus wanting to scrub their feet. At that moment, I started to feel guilty for confronting their king. After Jesus washed our feet, we sat down to our meal. After our meal, he broke a piece of bread and said, "One of you will betray me. The person who betrayed me will get half of this bread, and they will see themselves out." I was given the piece of bread. With my head down, I sped out of the room. A few hours later, Jesus was praying in the Garden of Gethsemane. I rustled through the bushes and gave the Roman soldiers the trigger by kissing Jesus on the head. The Roman soldiers pounced onto Jesus and arrested him. I am now known as a traitor. From Judas.
Dear Diary, I had the craziest day ever. It was the Last Supper and my friend Jesus was having supper with me and the disciples. He said something crazy. "One of you will betray me," and all the disciples and I were like, "Jesus, we would never do something like that." Then he hopped on this donkey, and everyone was picking up palms and waving them at him. when a Roman soldier came up to me and said, "Are you Jesus' friend?" And I said, "Yes, because I am one of his disciples." "I'll offer you 13 gold coins," said the Roman soldier. And then I said, "Yes, but after all, anyone would like 13 gold coins. You'd be rich." Then I felt really bad. I betrayed the king. So I went to the Garden of Gethsemane to say sorry. When I realized, I told the Roman soldiers where Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane. When suddenly I heard the marching, I knew it was the Romans. Then they put Jesus in prison. What did I do?
I've gotten myself into a silly mess by betraying my friend Jesus. Because some random soldiers came up to me and said, "We will give you 13 coins if you tell us where Jesus is." I told them where he was. I felt really sorry. I don't know why I took the money. Jesus was getting all the attention while I wasn't. I'm so selfish and dumb. I hate myself. I kissed Jesus for no reason. Jesus will never forgive me ever. I am so stupid. From Judas.
Dear Diary, I have done a really sinful thing. So some Roman soldiers told me they will give me 12 silver coins, but only if I showed them where Jesus was. I really regretted this, but I showed them where he was, and then they said which one was Jesus. So I went up to him and kissed him on the cheek so that they knew which one he was. Then they took him away and put him in court. I wanted to say sorry, but it was too late. They already took him away. Then they put him in jail. I deeply regretted it. Shouldn't have betrayed my good friend Jesus for some silver coins. From Judas.
Diary. I regretted betraying Jesus. I am in prison because I have been caught by the Roman guards. In the Passover, when Jesus said, "Somebody will betray me in it, I will dip this bread in the wine, and whoever I pass it to betrayed me." I was astonished when he said, He knew who betrayed him. He passed the bread to me. I was there, shocked and sweating. I ran out of the room in a panic, urgently to go tell the Romans. I knew where Jesus was going, to the Garden of Gethsemane. I told the Romans and felt sorry. They arrested Jesus and put him on to the cross. From Judas.
I am really regretful for what I have done. I can't believe what situation I put myself in. I am really sorry for betraying the Lord for 10 silver coins, and now he's in jail. I wish I never did this just for money. I never wanted to do this, but he just got in my head with the attention and love. I was really jealous. He was my best friend. I could always trust him, and he always makes me smile and happy. He was by my side all the time.
I can't believe I did this. So I was really jealous of Jesus because he was getting all the attention. I knew I had to do something. It's really bad what I've done. I can't forgive myself. It was the Last Supper and Jesus was talking to us. I went out the room and went to the Roman soldiers. I said, "What will you give me if I show you where Jesus is?" They said you can have 13 silver coins. Without hesitation, I agreed. They said, "Whoever Jesus is, give him a kiss on the cheek so we know." I took them to the prayer garden where Jesus was. I gave Jesus a kiss, then took Jesus to jail. I'm so sorry. From Judas.
Dear Diary, I have greatly sinned. Whilst I was going to church, I saw a soldier. He was looking for Jesus, so I said, "I will tell you for 12 coins." The soldier looked at me and said, "All right, meet me here tomorrow at noon." The next day, I did what the soldier said and traded with the soldier. I instantly felt regretful of my horrible decision and gave Jesus the kiss and ran. At night, I couldn't sleep, so I prayed and confessed what I did to God. The next day, I mourned all through the day because I felt terrible for what I did, so I prayed for hours. From Judas.
Diary, I have done a dreadful thing. Some Roman soldiers said he will pay me 12 silver coins if I send them Jesus to them. I gladly accepted it. I kept it a secret, but then I questioned myself. But I thought I needed the 12 silver coins. I carried on the mission without any other disciples knowing. I needed to wait for the perfect opportunity where the crowds and the other disciples were gone. When it was the time, I took him to the soldiers. I watched him get arrested and taken away. I will never forgive myself. Now I see myself as a traitor. From Judas.
Dear Diary, I've regretted betraying Jesus. I am in prison because I have been caught by the Roman guards. In the Passover, when Jesus said, "Somebody will betray me," in her, I will dip this bread in the wine, and whoever I pass it to betrayed me. I was astonished when he said he knew who betrayed him. He passed the bread to me. I was there, shocked and sweating. I ran out of the room in a panic, urgently, to go tell the Romans. I knew where Jesus was going, to the Garden of Gethsemane. I told the Romans and felt sorry. They arrested Jesus and put him onto the cross from Judas.
I am regretful for what I have done. I should never have agreed to tell the Roman soldiers where Jesus is. This was all cause for the stupid money. Will you forgive me? And now he's in jail. Plus, we always made each other laugh. Soon as I seen him going to jail, I sat down crying and crying. I am such a selfish person. From Judas.
I am such a rat. I've ratted my friend out, Jesus. I hate myself for the thing I've done. Currently, Jesus is in prison. I wish I never took the money. He was one of my best friends. He even took me in. I should have been the one that is getting crucified, not him. I swear on my dead body I will never forgive myself. I'm a horrible man, and that is all I will ever be. From Judas.
I feel so bad on Jesus because some people offered me lots of money to betray Jesus, and I did betray him, but the people scammed me. I didn't know how to apologise. It was so late. Now he got arrested. I regret doing it because he was my best friend. I wish I never said yes to them people. Do you think he will forgive me and be my best friend again? I was very jealous of him. I just wanted to have the attention.
What a situation I've got myself into. I have betrayed Jesus. I am such an awful person. I regret it so much. You're probably saying, what awful thing did you do exactly? Well, I said I betrayed Jesus, but what I didn't say was he was now in jail. So I did it because I was very jealous of Jesus. Some lady poured a very expensive perfume on him. I went to the soldiers and said, "How much money can I have if I give you Jesus?" They said 30 silver coins, and I accidentally, on purpose, gave in. I'm so sorry. From Judas.
Gigi, what a situation I have got myself into. I have betrayed Jesus. I am such an awful person. I regret it so much. You probably so saying what else awful thing did you do exactly? Well, I said betrayed Jesus, but what I didn't say was he is so in jail from Judas.
Dear diary, sorry. Ever since I have got that money, I have felt regret in my soul. Regret because of my pal Jesus. It was a tragic day. That day I knew that Jesus knew something about a traitor. I can't stand why I did this snaky thing which put Jesus in this situation. Why, God? Why? I am such a traitor. I have ruined this amazing man's future from Judas.
Dear diary, I am regretful for what I have done to my sinful Lord. May he forgive me. So let me tell you the whole story. So at the Last Supper, Jesus was waiting at the door to clean our feet. We were all in great astonishment. We all said no to him, but he wouldn't listen. But he wouldn't listen to us. So we let our king do it. Once we got our feet washed, we sat down and waited for Jesus. He came and we all ate, but then Jesus made an announcement. Someone is going to betray him, and that was me. I went to the king and said, "What would you give me if I told you where Jesus is?" They said, "We will give you 13 coins." Now I'm regretting my decision, but I said yes. Then the guard said, "Kiss him on the cheek," and I said okay. Then they arrested him, and now he's going to be put on the cross. I'm going to pray every single night to God and say sorry for what I have done to my gracious, lovely, beautiful Lord. I wish I could say sorry, but when I did that, it felt like the devil washed upon my body, and I wish I would have been the one being crucified from Judas.
Dear diary, I have put myself in a terrible situation. I have betrayed the Lord for 10 silver coins. I am so regretful. We were in Bethany. Jesus was telling everyone about God when I was talking to a chief priest. I was telling him where Jesus would be because they wanted him to claim him to be the king. He is the king of the world after all. John and Peter found a room to eat, but Jesus knew. Jesus knew I gave in to the chief priest. In at the meal, he said, "One of you is going to betray me." I ran out of the room to tell the soldiers where he was. I was stopping on the way, but eventually I made it to the guards. I felt agonized when I was telling them Jesus' location. He was in the Garden of Gethsemane. They marched into the garden and I kissed him on the cheek so they knew it was him. I felt Jesus' affection at the time. He is now arrested. I cried through the night. I'm so sorry for Judas.
Dear diary, I regret what I did today. I betrayed my friend Jesus for 12 coins. He's being arrested. What happened was Roman soldiers offered me coins that was worth a lot of money. So without hesitation, I agreed. They told me to kiss him on the cheek to know who he is. Why did I do this? I will forever be a traitor. I'm very embarrassed about myself, making me cry every hour how devastated I made people. I feel like giving the coins back to the Roman soldiers because I don't deserve it. It was all the jealousy that led up to me betraying him.
Dear Dara, I am so sorry for what I have done. Some soldiers came up to me and said they would give me some money if I told them where my friend Jesus was, so they could arrest him. So I told them where he was, and I almost instantly regretted it. I betrayed him because I wanted money. I feel sorrowful because Jesus trusted me and I disappointed him, and it's all my fault. I let myself down because I was lucky to have a king as a friend. Jesus was polite, so I had no reason to betray him. I don't know how else to make it up to him because I think it's too late. I'm embarrassed to say sorry because what I did was very, very wrong. I'm just jealous because he was getting all the attention and I wasn't. I am greatly sinned. Father, please forgive me.